Good afternoon. This is Professor Anderson with a little bit of feedback for your writing assignment number 2, the rough draft. So what I want to share first is it's very clear and evident that you followed the framework for the writing sample located in week 3. Kudos. Excellent, excellent, because that's why those examples are there. So I learn a lot from students when I can see where they're mapping and planning their writing from. So it's good to see that you are using the examples because that's why they are there. Just a quick little aesthetic issue I want to share with you. So take a look at the format. You have everything mostly left justified. Sometimes you have a paragraph, sometimes not. Sometimes you have a paragraph, sometimes not. So what I want you to do is take a look at this is the subheadings or the subtitle, subheadings within are enlarged, bold, and centered, double spaced with an indentation. So you can either double or single space. The verdict is out on that. I prefer single space, but it's not going to impact your grade at all. I believe the APA has it written two different ways. One says single spaced and one suggests a double space. So as long as it's not left justified, you do have to indent the initial sentence of the paragraph, and it cannot be centered. So you notice how it's just aligned to the left. It's not fully left justified. It does have indentation. And that the subtitles are centered and bold. So that is an APA format. Let me share with you something else about this is how to present it. So you put the title page with your name. Your name should be down here and the date. So you just want to change those quick couple of things. And the reason I can tell that you're following the template is the structure of this introductory paragraph. So as I read through here, you have great citations, well, really good citations at the beginning. I want you to remove these as cited in. You don't say the word as cited in. If you say according to Matthew, Walsh, and Finch, blah, 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 landscaping is the first thing, then you'll put here the page number, the source that you received it from, the year, and the page number, as long as it is a direct quote. Yeah, so you want to remove those as cited in. And then as you go to the bottom, here's where I caution you in conclusion. So remember, this is a group, this is the information of the synthesis, the tying together of information of the resources of other scholars. So they have researched, they have come to findings, and all you're doing is tying them together and seeing how they relate. So this last statement I want to share with you, the literature on lawn maintenance and landscape management indicates that most people value proper lawn maintenance as an important feature. As opposed, it doesn't really talk about individual surveys. It talks about your projection shows bylaws, it shows, but it doesn't, I don't see any reference in here to a survey of individual preferences or their qualitative observations or qualitative research. So perhaps a better way to say that is to say the literature points to a correlation or a correspondence between proper lawn maintenance and home property values. That's what you have here, or the impact on recreation and health of the community residents. So you want to avoid statements. What I'm trying to get at is you want to avoid, here we go, statements that lead one to believe that an element of the research that isn't quite there. So again, the sources that you shared with me, I didn't see surveys. I didn't see, qualitative reviews or information. So you just want to maybe change that wording to say it points to an impact on the health environment. It shows a relationship between the property values. It shows the compliance with HOA bylaws are in adherence to local ordinances. But the idea that most people prefer or show that they would like to have that's not what your research showed. That's the conclusion you would like to have. I get it. And there's a way we can do that because that's where your primary research is going to come into key play. So what I recommend that you do is go back over a couple of these citations. You want to make sure that you correct the format here. And I would do a comb through for grammar. And that's about it. So I look forward to reading your final copy.